ITA for not fighting for my daughter to be valedictorian? My daughter's school did not choose her to be valedictorian for graduation, and she is still salty about it. Her high school normally goes with the highest grade point average, but it can be between the top 5 students if one demonstrates high academic achievement like winning a competition. My daughter was the leader of and won a national robotics competition, and being the top 1 to 2 students, she was sure she would get valedictorian. But the school broke away from their criteria by choosing a girl who had been in a car crash caused by a hit-and-run driver. The girl wasn't badly injured, but her mom died from the accident, and she went on to finish the year with good grades. She wasn't in the top 5 students and only took one AP class, whereas most previous valedictorians came from the IB or full AP course load. My son was valedictorian 4 years prior and also did full IB. So my daughter was really angry when she found out, because she felt like it was unfair and also thought it was racist because kids and parents had been complaining only Asian students ever got the award. According to her, the last 8 years it was always an Asian who had won, and while my daughter is half Asian, so is my son, the school was trying to find a non-Asian to appease the families. She said she would have been okay with the other 5 top students winning, but to give it to someone with just above average grades when the criteria was about academics made her feel like she and the other 5, which according to her were all Asians, was discriminated against. I don't know if this is true, and I understand why it's unfair and even agree with it to an extent. But the girl lost her mother and still finished the year with good grades, and that should be recognized. Also, the valedictorian had been made public, and if my daughter tried to get it overturned, it would make her look like a sore loser. I did explain all this to her and told her she was going to MIT already with a partial scholarship, and everyone knew she was smart, so she needs to accept sometimes unfair things happen. She was extremely angry at me for not going to the principal about this, and my wife was also angry because she felt like the school discriminated against our daughter. She is now in her first semester at MIT, and while she likes it, she says most people in her classes were valedictorians in their high schools, and she feels like she was robbed when she worked so hard. I thought she would forget it, but she seems to still be angry about it and not as close to me as before. Was I wrong for not talking to her school about this when I could?